Awesome, so we have another native snake species for y'all. This is Cornbread. He is ironically a corn snake, which is a native snake species that we have here. And just like our black king snake, they do fall under the constrictor family. Now, corn snakes, we get asked all the time, why are they called corn snakes? So they're actually very, very common in cornfields. Corn farmers love to have them because they're free pest control. So they're not eating the corn, they're eating the mice and the rats that are trying to eat the corn. So that is one reason they are called corn snakes. Another reason, pardon me, he is soaking up my heat right now, is that their belly scales are actually very similar to the different color kernels of Native American maize. So if my little wiggle guy will show that off for you. Here we go. My nickname for him is Wiggleworm, as you can see why. These guys are actually extremely common in the pet trade because they are known to be very docile, very curious, and honestly really chill. They are so common, in fact, that they have been bred to be so many different colors that there's over 400 different color morphs of these guys. We actually have a color morph of a corn snake in the back named Hank, and he, if I pronounce this correctly, is a anarthristic morph, so he is lacking the red pigment, and he actually looks very similar to a gray rat snake. But with his pattern and his behavior, he is definitely a corn snake. We would get him out for you guys, but he's actually shedding. So we call him that he's in the blue phase. So when our snakes shed their skin, the first scale to come off is actually the scale over their eyes. So fun fact, snakes do not have eyelids. They have scales over their eyes. So he's gonna come say hello to you guys. He's very curious. So when they are about to shed their skin, the first scale to come off is actually the one, he is posing, look at him. The first scale to come off is the one over their eyes, and it actually gives them a milky blue color, and they can't see very well. So Hank says hello, but he's gonna stay in the back for today. So we have Cornbread. So Cornbread is actually the natural coloration. So if you ever see a corn snake out in the wild, they will look like this. So yeah, these guys are partially arboreal. They won't climb quite as much as our gray rat snakes, but they do love to climb because, like I said, they are very curious. So Cornbread does have some awesome sticks in his enclosure that he loves to slither on. There you go, big boy. Cornbread is our oldest snake that we have here at the Oak Mountain Interpretive Center. He is around 14 years old, so he has a few more years with us. I am trying to keep him in the best health, obviously, as his caretaker, but I want him to live forever. So. Right, bud? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good boy. He was coming to say hi.
I know. I hope.
Suspend himself in the air.
These guys are so strong. Snakes are extremely strong creatures because they are just giant tubes of muscle, as we like to call them.
Yeah.
So they love to reach ahead, and when they are sticking their tongue out, they're not only tasting, they are also smelling. So their main sensory organ is on the roof of their mouth. So when they're sticking their tongue out, they're smelling the air, they're tasting the air. That is basically how they check out their surroundings. Now, it's good for them, wouldn't be very sanitary for us, but it works for them. There you go, big boy. Look at you. I know, I love his belly scales. Here you go, buddy.
I love the coloring.
Oh, he's gorgeous. Corn snakes are my personal favorite species because I love how chill they are. But yeah, it's just such a striking coloration. So they'll have these main kind of squarish blotches on the back.
Yeah.
With this kind of secondary row of spots on the side, and then of course their very characteristic blocky corn-like pattern on their belly. They also are known for their little eye stripe. Kind of gives them a cool stripe right here. I'll bring him up. That was one big indicator of our color morph in the back because he still had some yellow in that eye stripe. There you go, buddy. He loves to be handled. Do you know, was he an owner? He was an owner surrender, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a lot of our critters here are owner surrenders, and so he was surrendered to us as they found a better home for him, and so he is very used to humans. Now, when I say these guys are known for being very docile and very chill, I'm not saying you're going to pick up a wild corn snake and it's not going to bite you, because it's not used to humans. Mm-hmm. Cornbread is very much used to humans, so he, so much in fact that he actually got mad at me when I didn't handle him for about a week. And so he was like, These guys will actually imitate a lot of venomous snakes. So a lot of our non-venomous snakes will imitate venomous snakes. And so people love to ask us all the time, how do I know a snake is venomous or not? So there are a couple things, you know, like head shape, but a lot of our non-venomous snakes will flatten their heads to get that triangle shape and imitate the venom sacs back there. And a lot of our non-venomous snakes will rattle their tail to imitate the rattlesnake. They'll find a nice pile of leaves and vibrate their tail back and forth. And so whenever people ask us, we honestly just say know what our venomous snakes look like, because we only have 6 and we have over 40 non-venomous snakes. So here at the Oak Mountain Interpretive Center, we have a lot of snake ID cards. So if you guys stop by and ask, hey, do you guys have one laying around? We'll be happy to give you one.